Just a brief message to let you know I am opening spring enrollment for Bold Wealth Leader, my one-on-one mentorship program, where I walk you through the wealth expansion method. This is for heart-centered leaders, spiritual entrepreneurs, change agents, visionaries, creatives, those of you with this undeniable calling and you want to make a living doing what you love and feel called to do, except feel like money isn't there to support you. So we kick it off with activating your signature wealth code, because when you are embodied in love, power, and truth from within yourself, when we activate those energy centers within you, you ultimately realize, the wealth of love, power, and truth within yourself that is abundant and wholesome and rich and wealthy. And that then gets translated in regards to, how you show up in the world, and also how it reflects back to you and what you experience in the real world. So this is really important to kind of kick things off. And then, working together, I use my intuition and energy healing to help you transform perceived limits and constructs, often, rooted in unworthiness, or it's better to give than receive, or beliefs and paradigms like it's unspiritual to make more than enough money, especially when you're sharing your sacred medicine, something that comes so easy and natural for you that you maybe feel guilted or ashamed of sharing that with the world. But the truth is, there are many options when it comes to how you share your service with the world. You can do it for free, you can do donation based, you can do part-time, or you can do full-time. It's really what's in alignment for you that's most important. And sometimes clients need some direction and clarity with that, because they're not sure if it's because of their relationship with money and limiting aspects and interference with that, or if they are really here to do this full time and they want to make a choice, an empowered decision that's in integrity within themselves, so that they can then also show up that way in business, which is pretty powerful, because then there's no residue or interference or resistance in the business, which is also a gift to those you're working with. So yeah, and then there's often clients who know that they want to do this full time, but they are good at so many things, right? So they are multi-gifted, and they need some help kind of fine tuning and honing in on their path, often because they're transforming and evolving, and who they're becoming, and acknowledging that, right, and then claiming that their healing gifts, the ways that they share their soul's work with the world, and really how to organize that. So we want to bring that into practical ways, which is part of Bold Wealth Leader as well, which may mean shifting your direction or fine tuning or adding on. It just, everybody is unique in what they do and what they offer and are here to do. So that is where my intuition comes into play as well, to help in that guidance and that support, so that it can naturally emerge throughout this process. And then, at the core of this is, your embodiment of the fullest expression of yourself, soul, source, right? So that you can serve in ways that you're enthusiastic about, that inspire you, that fulfill you and nourish you, while also taking care of, your financial needs, your desires, and ultimately this, gateway to thriving. So Bold Wealth Leader is your bridge, basically, from lack and scarcity and not enoughness, and using the wealth expansion method to transform within yourself this inner wealth and wisdom and love and truth, and your external world, how you show up in business and how you carry out your mission, and how you exchange with money in the real world, either from a place of neutrality, or again, as like a combination of nourishment and enrichment. And there's no bad or wrongdoing in making a living doing what you love and feel called to do. And in fact, I believe we need more spiritually and financially resourced leaders sharing their soul's work with the world. Because when you're living in alignment with your truth, right, that is a gift and a contribution in itself. And so I'm here to support you in doing that. Again, open enrollment now happening this spring. This is for April and May start dates, and I'm starting that enrollment process. So if this interests you and maybe you're experiencing financial lack or giving more than receiving, or you have more outflow than inflow, or just financial instability where there are big wins but then also followed by big losses like self-sabotage, that kind of thing, and even interference, feeling powerless in your circumstances no matter what you do, whether it's you've tried marketing, your messaging, you're invested in your expertise and your leadership, you're probably a professional self-development athlete, right? Like, you've been on the spiritual path for a while, and you're self-aware, you're intuitive, you know how to manifest, except there's this big kind of spiritual pause in your life, and money's not showing up for you, and there's that inner conflict where you really do want to serve, and so it's trying to balance out the service and the business part, right, and making sure that you're fully resourced. So this reset is really about you moving into expanded levels of wealth consciousness. And with Bold Wealth Leader, this is your gateway basically on the path of spiritual and financial sovereignty. So if this speaks to you and you're looking to move into greater health, wealth, vitality, success in business, and really change the trajectory of your financial future and your spiritual fulfillment, then this could be for you. I invite you to reach out. You can send me a message on Facebook, or you can email me at michelle@michellekingcoaching.com, and just in the subject line there, add Bold Wealth Leader, and I'll reply back to you with a couple questions, and then we can, schedule a call to see if it's in alignment, a fit for where you are on your spiritual journey. All right, thanks so much for joining me today. I wish you well, and here's to worthy, whole, and wealthy being.